Hi guys, it's Polo alias TurboPoloFR from PlanetGBC.com. I'm very happy to be with you today for this very first video of PlanetGBC.com. I've been thinking about this idea for a while, to be able to offer you regular videos on the world of GBC, on the growing GBC community, to help you to get started with GBC, to help you to build or reproduce your GBC module, and get a whole set of information on what is happening within this growing community and this very active world of GBC. So if you join us via this video, please be aware that you will find all the information I'm going to share with you in the video on the website www.planet-gbc.com. But let's not wait any longer and let's jump onto the summary of the show. Let's go! Today on Planet GBC, I'll propose a little catch-up session to the ones who do not yet know what GBC is. We will then review the recent activity of the GBC community, and I will introduce you to the most amazing GBC module published over the last few weeks across the globe. I'll then explain you how to build your very first GBC module from A to Z. We are going to reproduce one of the star modules from Sawyer, a GBC builder from New Zealand, who imagines and designs awesome GBC modules. Finally, we will answer to the question, from where can I buy the balls for my modules? Follow the guide. Before we start, let's discover together what GBC is. GBC is an acronym for Great Ball Contraption. In French, we talk also about GBB, which stands for Grand Bidule à Balle. The concept: take Lego bricks, take Lego balls, yes, they do exist, assemble your Lego bricks to form a machine, and transport your ball from a given location to another. Congratulations, you have just created your first GBC machine, and we call this one machine a GBC module. Chain up different modules to make the longest chain as possible, and look at your ball evolving from one module to another. It's obviously completely useless, but therefore utmost necessary, and so satisfying and fascinating to watch. Now that you have the basics, let's see what's up on Planet GBC. Let's go Japan first, where we start with the latest module from the maestro Akiyuki. For those who are new to the world of GBC, Akiyuki is a little bit like the Mozart of the discipline. Each one of these new modules he releases are always events, and his ideas create real trends within the community. I invite you to follow the links in the video commentary to discover the full extent of the talent of this GBC builder. New Akiyuki releases are made rarer in the last few years, but we are spoiled with not less than 2 brand new modules over the last few weeks. First of all, Akiyuki offers us a very poetic heart module with its little cards so cute. But the module that is really massive this month is undoubtedly the module Catch and Spin Robots. So 2 robots with funny heads and relaxed approach grab Lego balls and take them to the upper platform in a totally freestyle 360 degree. It is totally mesmerizing, but I let you judge by yourself. So, just another great masterpiece, and for me, clearly the must-have of the month. Let's continue our world tour on the GBC module and let's reach the Netherlands, where we find there Bertie van Beek, who has achieved the real feat of creating a more robust version of the famous Akiyuki's Ball Factory module. Yes, again, him. It's really cool, and I'm really looking forward to reproduce this new version of what's remained personally one of my favorite GBC modules ever. Don't miss either modules from the very prolific The Banana Man 2018, with no less than 5 new original modules published on his YouTube channel over the past few weeks. We finish up our GBC World Tour of these last weeks crossing the ocean, well, from my hometown in France, to the United States in order to discover the module Spaceballs the Contraption from Great Ball Pit, a vibrant tribute to the Lego space brick of my childhood. Yes, I know, I do a little younger than my age. Also the opportunity for you to discover Great Ball Pit's blog, which is full of nice information about GBC. Still in the United States, we end up with an interesting video from Laurie George, who proposed a comparison of the different balls used for practicing GBC for the most purist among you. That's it for today. I, of course, could have told you about the zigzag linear type module from Sung Joon Yoon, about PV's production Goofy Golf Park, about Animatronica's mini loop conveyor carousel, or about Petit Trou module from Hugolin VH, but I will let you discover the nicer module of the last weeks through the links that you will find in the description of this video. Today in Let's Build, we reproduce scissor lift module from Sawyer. For those of you who don't know Sawyer yet, Sawyer is a prolific GBC builder from New Zealand who revisits many known GBC modules and transforms them into more compact versions. But to achieve these modules in mini version, he very often has to reinvent their internal mechanisms. One of the advantages of Sawyer modules is that if your GBC budget is limited, we know that it is sometimes quite expensive to build GBC modules because there are a lot of Lego parts. Well, you're going to enjoy very much Sawyer modules since most of the time these modules are made with a small number of Lego parts. So come on, without further ado, it's time for the building of scissor lift module. To build the GBC module scissor lift, you should first start by downloading building instruction in PDF format. You will find them on the PLANET GBC form of the scissor lift module. Just follow the link below. Then download the Excel file that will allow you to access a list of bricks necessary to build your module. Finally, click on the link Brick Link Wanted List in the form. A pop-up window will open with text. Select the entire text using Ctrl-A shortcut. Then copy the text to your clipboard using Ctrl-C shortcut, or right-click copy. You are now ready to find or order the brick you need. Go to the bricklink.com website and first register there. Once you are registered on the site, go to the menu entry Want, then select Wanted List option. Then click on the Create New List button. Type the name of your list, for instance scissor lift. Then click on the Create Wanted List button. Go once again to the menu entry, Want, then select Upload option. In the pop-up window that appears, click on Upload Bricklink XML format, then select in the drop-down list your wanted list, scissor lift. Place your mouse cursor on the text area, click on it and paste text from the clipboard. This is the text that you had copied from PLANET GBC. Then click on the Proceed to Verify Item button. Scroll down to the bottom of the page, then click on the Add to Wanted List button. Your bricks have been added to your wanted list. You can see its content by clicking on the View Scissor Lift button. Your wanted list has now the whole lot of bricks you need for your module. You have the possibility to delete parts you already own to avoid having to order them again, or you can change the expected quantity. You can also modify your entire wanted list. Once you are done with the change to your wanted list, you just click on the button Buy All, which will allow you to start ordering parts. After clicking on the Buy All button, you are redirected to an interface that will allow you to choose the shops from which you will be able to order the Lego bricks. You can select the source country or region for your shops. There's a whole set of shops proposed to you. I advise you to simply click on the Auto Select button to let Bricklink do automatically a selection of shops for you. And then click on Start and Bricklink will trigger the automatic search on shops, from which you are going to be able to acquire the Lego bricks you need. In your example here, I can see that there are 3 shops which have been selected, one in Sweden, one in France and one in Germany, for a total amount of 72.84 euro. And by clicking on the button Create Carts, you will be able to view all the parts you wish to order in each one of the shop. I will let you do your test on your own on this area to allow you to get the best deals to order your bricks. You just have to press the button Proceed to Checkout. But it's important to look first on the terms and sales condition as well as the delivery details that the Bricklink sellers offer, since it is important to know that behind each offer you will have delivery cost. So it is interesting that you spend some time to optimize the price of your orders and to minimize the purchase price of your Lego bricks. Now that you have received all your Lego bricks, or that you have grouped out the bricks that you had in your own stock, you can proceed to the building of the module. I therefore invite you to take over the instruction in PDF format that you will find on planetgbc.com, and you will be able to build this amazing scissor lift module from Sawyer. I wish you a wonderful building. Now that you've built your first GBC module, let's look together where to find the balls you need to test your module. To know everything about the GBC Balls, first just go to your favorite GBC website, aka www.planet-gbc.com. In the tutorial section, you will find everything you need to acquire the GBC Balls. To do so, several solutions are available for you. But let's begin with some bad news. The iconic basketball and soccer balls that you see in most of the GBC videos are no longer produced by the LEGO Group. So, the only way to get some today is to buy them second-hand. If you absolutely want to acquire the official GBC balls, you're going to find them on the second-hand LEGO parts marketplace, such as Bricklink. Bricklink is the most famous and the most popular marketplace for LEGO parts. And you are going to find the basketballs and the soccer balls by typing the reference that appear at the bottom of this video. These balls are usually resold second-hand on the Bricklink's site at a price comprised between 2 and 5 euro or dollar. So you can do a quick calculation and see that a fairly substantial budget is required if you wish to acquire several dozens of GBC balls. To obtain more reasonable price but still relying on official LEGO balls, what you need to know is that LEGO recently reissued the balls as part of several LEGO Friends sets. In some LEGO Friends set, you will be able to find the balls uniformly colored, either in orange or white. You will therefore be able to find these balls on some official after-sales LEGO shop at a more decent price. Count on a price between 50 cents and 1 euro per unit for these balls. This becomes more affordable, and this is official LEGO balls. If you want an even more competitive price and equip yourself with many GBC balls for your module without going bankrupt, a cheaper alternative is to use balls having the same diameter and ideally same weight as GBC balls. Some people use bits, some people use plastic balls, which they find on websites such as AliExpress. But the best deal I have personally found are balls produced by an Italian supplier called Cersetti. You can find these balls in batch of 100 on the Amazon website from Italy, and for about 10 euro or dollar, you are going to get 100 balls whose weight is roughly the same as the weight of the GBC balls, and whose size, and it is especially important, is identical to the one you're about to find on the GBC balls. So, for now, it's, to this day, and for me, the best compromise I've found. This allows for about 10 euro to have 100 balls and to really start to play with your GBC module at a decent price. So, come on, Bricks and Balls fan, I leave you here for today. I hope you enjoyed this very first video. If so, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to be notified about the next videos. And also don't hesitate to leave me your comments and your suggestions in the comments section of this video. Ciao, ciao!